ELMYO Violins. Today's video, this is a clip for the first violin section, and the portion that we'll be working on today comes from Warrior Legacy. Jessica had specifically asked me to go over section measure 72 through 106 for you guys. Okay, so that's the section we're going to focus on. Let me play through that section first, and then we can go through it step by step. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's break that down. The first couple measures, measure 74 to 76, when you play this repeated rhythm, we call this an ostinato. It's a rhythm that repeats itself. We want to make sure that we're not using too much bow. And if you look, I'm staying mainly in the middle to lower half. Make sure that you have a good bow control. Your bow is the bow contact is right in the middle, so that we're getting a really good sound, okay? Moving on, measure 80, I wanted to focus a little bit just on the intonation, and particularly the fourths when we cross strings. So D, A, that's no problem. But then we go back to the G and the C. Particularly the low 2 can be a little bit challenging. So I'd like you to actually try to play these notes in pairs together. So D and A we would play together. It's also a good way to check that your strings are in tune. Then the next one, G, C. So you notice I have to adjust myself. But that's pretty good. When the notes are in tune, they should sound really hollow, really pure. And you know, right now I'm keeping my third finger down to stabilize my hand, but in reality when I play this, I probably would lift that third finger. So just use the keeping the fingers down as a tool to getting the notes in tune, and once you've gotten them more or less accurate pitch-wise, you can try lifting your third finger. Now I would also play these two notes as a double stop, C and E. Pretty good. So now we approach measure 84. Now before we get to that A where we shift, we're going to have to release on that G a little bit faster. So from measure 82, 2 off. So I actually released the G on beat 3. So 1, 2, off. 2, 3. Okay, so when you play measure pick up to 84, that A is going to be on where your third finger is. in first position. So if you have trouble getting to that A, I recommend you to climb up from F natural, F, G, A, and then get to that first finger. You can pause the video right now to practice that shift a little bit. Going from the G, lift, to the A. Okay, go ahead and pause that video and try that shift a couple times. All right, welcome back. Now that we've securely found ourselves in third position, we want to actually climb up to the following notes too. So A, B flat, C, D. Now you may wonder why we're playing B flat instead of B natural. Well, it's because we're in the key of D minor, which has B flats. So in measure 84, when you do eventually go down to the B flat, it's going to be a low 2. So if we climb up, then our fingers are already down and they're going to be in the right place that we want them to be in when we descend. So it'll save us time and be more efficient in the long run. So great. Now moving right along, you can practice measure going into 84 to 88. Practice that a couple times and pause the video. Now moving along to measure 88, I know we've talked about this in class about how to work on these triplets, but I recommend just playing the first note of each group first. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then adding. Now, as you're adding and playing at a slow tempo, you want to make sure that you're emphasizing the first note of each group to keep that pulse even. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? If you go moving right along, because we want to get through all the way to measure 107, measure 110, measure 100 is very similar to the section at 84. So again, we're going to want to find where we are in third position. Now this is a little bit different because we're going to be staying in third position and we're going to cross our fourth finger. I'm playing the top part right now. For those of you on the outside, we're going to cross our finger, which means that our hand, our wrist cannot be like this, but it has to be towards the instrument. We have to turn towards it so that getting to the A string, especially using your fourth finger, is going to be much easier. So now for that very last note, actually that last measure, you can do an open A. But here's a low 1. Okay? It's the same pitch, D flat is the same pitch as C sharp. Okay, so if you have trouble finding that D flat, you can go back to first position and play C sharp like I just did. Let's try to put the whole thing together. I'm going to start at measure 80, and we'll play all the way to measure 107 under tempo. We're trying to focus on intonation and rhythm. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, lift and shift. 2, 3. Look ahead. Save your bow. All right, there you go. There you have it, guys, for the first class on Warrior Legacy, measure 72 through 107. Next time I'll do the end, the very last 2 lines, and some other sections. All right, see you next time. Bye.